Hello, my friends. Hello, it's Matthew Street. Welcome to my channel. As always, I truly appreciate you being here. And folks, it's time to jump on a thread. Yes, yes, yes. My friend Sam St. John, so popular here in the vinyl community, loved by millions, admired by many. We love Sam St. John. He's great. He's on my wall of fame back here, my little Sergeant Pepper-esque background. There is Sam right there, baby. Sam has a prominent position. I love the guy. And he's doing a thread about pick 5 late career masterpieces. Take an artist, a musical artist that you love, and come up with an album of theirs that you feel it came out after their peak, after their period, their high pinnacle of their career. It was on the ladder or downside of their career, second half of their career, and they put out a banger. They put out a great album, an album that you feel is a masterpiece. Well, folks, I did that. I took the easy way out, though. I could have thought of so many. Sam picked some great ones that I would have picked. He picked one of ELO's last 2 albums. I would have picked either of those 2 albums by ELO. They're great. He picked That's Why God Made the Radio by the Beach Boys. Their probably final studio album. Great. He picked the final studio album by the Monkees called Good Times. Masterpiece. Great. Tom Petty, Highway Companion, he picked. Great. I mean, Sam had some great picks that I would have jumped all over as well. But I went the easy way out, took some CDs. I didn't feel like digging through my vinyl. So I got 6 here that I want to show you. 6 albums by artists I feel put out in the latter half of their career that I think are absolutely wonderful, great return to forms, fabulous albums. Okay, so the first one I want to show you is Black Ice by AC/DC. Now, many of AC/DC's latter half of their career albums get slammed as being the same old, or they're not up to snuff, or they just don't cut it. And you hear a lot of people criticize them. And I get it. A lot of their albums are redundant and can be very similar sounding, especially their later albums. But this one, Black Ice, I don't know, for some reason it struck a nerve with me when it came out, folks. It's one of the last 2 or 3 of their studio albums, Black Ice. It's the last one with Malcolm. Here are the guys right here. And there's Malcolm kneeling down. One of the last album with Malcolm, and it's just a great return to form for AC/DC. I love Black Ice, a great album, a latter career masterpiece. All right, number 2 is by a band I love from New Jersey known as the Smithereens. And 2011, which was their album, that probably their final studio album of new material, unless they come out with something new, but definitely the last one with Pat Denizio. And I love this album, folks. Pat was such a wonderful, warm guy, just like the rest of the band. All the guys in the band, they're just great guys. Jim, Dennis, Mike Mazzaros, and Pat. They love the fans. They're there for the fans. Yeah, they'd greet you with a warm hug when you walked up to them. I mean, just great guys. They signed this CD for me. And, man, I miss Pat every day. He was such a great lead singer. But I think 2011 by the Smithereens if it is their final studio album, it's an absolute masterpiece. Okay, another band I love, which they always get lumped in sometimes with hair metal or pop metal. But, maybe you could call them kind of like glam metal. But I consider them more heavy power pop in the vein of Cheap Trick, like a more, hair-filled, hair-sprayed out Cheap Trick, I guess you could call them. I don't consider them like to be a hair metal band per se, but they got lumped in with that genre, and that's Enough's Enough. And this is one of their most recent albums called Brainwashed Generation. I love the image of the young people on there with all their devices, with their faces and their brains stuck in devices. It's so true. We do live in a brainwashed generation nowadays. And this is a great return to form by Enough's Enough. Great band, a band I love so much. And I would consider Brainwashed Generation to be a latter career masterpiece. Okay, the next one I want to show you, and I could have showed several of his American recordings, but I just happened to grab this one. This is American 3, Solitary Man by Johnny Cash. Johnny put out a series of albums produced by Rick Rubin at the end of his career. And man, they are all masterpieces. But I happen to pick this one. I love this one. Volume 3. Fabulous, fabulous return to form for Johnny, working with Rick Rubin. Great, great stuff. What more can you say about it? I mean, if you don't have any of Johnny's American recording series, get some. They're absolutely wonderful. Latter career masterpiece for Johnny. Now, they only put out 6 albums, and they're one of my favorite power pop bands of all time. Their first album sold, I don't know, 6, 7, 10 million. Then the number one single, summer of 1979, was the song of the year. 1979, My Sharona, number one for like a million weeks. I don't know what it was. But, and they never reclaimed the heights of that first album called Get the Knack. And I'm talking about the Knack, obviously. But they did release 6 studio albums, and I love all 6. They're absolutely wonderful. Check them out. And some are better than others for the average listener out there. But for me, I love all 6. But their next to last studio album, the next to last one before they were all finished, is called Zoom. And folks, this was a complete and total and utter triumph and return to form for the Knack. And I absolutely adore this album. It's got extra cuts on it. You get like 15 total cuts on Zoom. Folks, if you don't check out anything other than Get the Knack, check out Zoom and let me know what you think. It's absolute return to form for this band. Next to last album, and now there'll never be another Knack album. Doug Feiger passed away several years ago. Bruce Gary, the original drummer, is no longer with us, but check out Zoom. You will not be sorry. And last but not least, another one of my favorite power pop-ish bands of all time, Cheap Trick. This album is their most recent studio album. I adore it. In Another World by Cheap Trick. Absolute return to form. Stellar A+ album from the boys in Cheap Trick. You can't beat it. There it is. Not much there. There's my hype sticker I saved. But I absolutely adore this band, and I adore this album by Cheap Trick. In Another World. Return to form, baby. Latter career, masterpiece-o from the guy. So there you have it, folks. I threw out 6. I want to support Sam. I got to let Sam know I posted this video. And that's it, folks. Hope you enjoyed this. Take care. Bye-bye.